Well, hello there. Make sure my mic is on. Welcome to Drumsticks After Dark. I am Dean the Turkey Legster. Gobbles and giggles to everyone watching tonight. Happy Sunday. Happy weekend. Hope everyone's doing well. I see Tina McNeil in the chat. A few minutes ago, the Hitchhiking Bones. Hello, hello. There I are. And I'm here. I thought I was going to actually be a little late going live. I was on the phone with a friend I actually haven't talked with. And since the spring, I think, was the last time I talked to her. But we were caught up for a little bit, and so that was good. But here I am, ready to talk. I have some things to share, and we'll see what happens from there. And hello, Mary. How are you? Welcome in. Hope you and your kitties are doing well. Adam, Blake, and Reba, hello to you too. So before yesterday, I wanted to, I had planned tonight to talk about everything that was shared regarding the new Disney Treasure ship, and I thought that would be like the only things that would come on the Disney front. But it turns out this weekend brought the Destination D23 event that happened here in Orlando, or in Walt Disney World, at the Contemporary Resort, I believe is where they held it. And the Destination D23 is basically a gathering of Super Disney fans, and they make announcements, they have exhibits and stuff for everyone that's in attendance. And they during the event, they had a parks panel where they announce updates, attractions, things to come in the world of the Disney parks and the company. And they had a few things to say. They're dreaming of a few ideas, and they got some words from them. But I think what I will do, and I should have, let me go find my photos, my Google Photos. Excuse me. Let me bring up my photos. So I can show I have graphics. I have glyphics. So let me see what I can share, and then we will go over what we will go over. share. And I always get this backwards. I think it's actually better to. So this, let me try this. He said it's Shift 7. Add. Here we are. Okay. So come back here. Here we are with the Disney Treasure. We were given some updates on the Disney Treasure this week. And actually, let me come back to here and we'll go ahead and bring up that article first. I cannot see chat right now. I will come back in a minute. But this article is from WDW News Today, and it is entitled, it's a full roundup of new Disney Treasure cruise ship announcements from the grand reveal. Disney Cruise Line announced several details about their new cruise ship, Disney Treasure, on Tuesday, September 5th, which was this past week. Here's a roundup of everything we know about the ship so far. Basic details. The Disney Treasure will be an adventure-themed ship. It will be the same size and layout as the Disney Wish, which launched in 2022. Disney announced on Tuesday that Disney Treasure's maiden voyage will begin on December the 21st of 2024. Hi, Mary. Welcome in. Talking about some Disney news and things. Minnie, who was promoted to captain on the Disney Wish, debuted a new Voyager outfit for the Disney Treasure. Voyager Minnie is featured on the keel coin and will be on the Disney Treasure's bow. Peter Pan and Captain Hook will be the larger-than-life figures on the stern of the Disney Treasure. A new adventurer character, Arthur Quinn, was introduced in Disney Treasure announcements and could be featured in Disney Treasure theming. I did not put any pictures from the ship, and I probably should have. But the Disney Treasure's Grand Hall Atrium will have a blue and gold color scheme inspired by Agrabah. The golden statue will feature Aladdin and Jasmine riding the magic carpet set within foliage to give it a floating effect. Then we have dining. There will be 3 family dining locations aboard the Disney Treasure. The Plaza de Coco, 1923, and Worlds of Marvel. Plaza de Coco will be a theater in the round venue with performances and show effects throughout the room, as the Disney Treasure will be taking longer voyages. There will be 2 different nights of unique dining experiences at Plaza de Coco. On the first night, the story of Miguel and his familia will continue where it left off in Coco, as they gather in Mariachi Plaza to take guests on a colorful, music-filled journey that celebrates family memories and togetherness. On the second night, Miguel will reunite with his great-great-grandparents Hector and Mama Imelda by transporting them to Santa Cecilia with the help of his magic guitar for Dia Dia de los Muertos celebration. Both nights will feature a dinner menu of modern twists on a traditional Mexican fare and live entertainment. Hey, Dave, welcome in. Talking about the Disney Treasure. The Worlds of Marvel debuted on the Disney Wish with the Quantum Encounter show featuring Ant-Man and the Wasp. The restaurant will also be on the Disney Treasure, offering a worldly menu and 2 separate nights with distinct shows and dining inspired by the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The restaurant will likely feature a reprise of Quantum Encounter and a Spider-Man show. 1923 was the Disney Wishes upscale family dining restaurant and will return on the Disney Treasure. Named for the year the Walt Disney Company was founded, it split into the Walt Disney and Roy Disney dining rooms and features artwork from various Disney films. Adult dining venues will include the Rose, Palo Steakhouse, and Enchante by Chef Arnaud Lallement. Also all from the Disney Wish. There's also going to be a Jungle Cruise inspired Skipper Society Lounge, which will take place which will take the space occupied by the Bayou on the Disney Wish near the Grand Hall. The Periscope Pub is inspired by Disney's 20,000 League Under the Sea. Disney said that the submarine-styled interiors will give guests a look at the watery world below through an intriguing glass ceiling. It will feature craft brews and light bites, and occupy the spot taken up by Keg and Compass on the Wish. Jack Cricket Cafe is inspired by Disney's Mulan. It will honor the Fa Family's Lucky Cricket Crikey, who will be represented by a tiny jade sculpture on the bar top. The cafe will feature nods to Mulan through the central moon gate to the plum blossom flowers adorning the walls, along with blue walls and metallic counters inspired by Mulan's armor. The Hey Hey Cafe is inspired by Moana with scalloped seashells and reflective blue waters of the storied southern Pacific Isle of Motunui as it is portrayed in Disney's animated feature. The furniture will nod to a traditional construction technique used by the Polynesian people to craft seafaring vessels. The ship's ice cream shop will be the Zootopia-inspired Jumbo's Sweets, I think that's how you pronounce that, featuring playful pink interiors, Victorian-style architecture, and a sculpture of Officer Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde. It will offer more than 20 flavors of handmade gelato, 16 flavors of ice cream and sorbets, specialty treats, candies, and more. Also, Disney confirmed the Disney Treasure will not feature Star Wars. Hyperspace Lounge, which is on the Disney Wish. It's rumored this space will be occupied by a haunted mansion bar, but that hasn't been confirmed. As far as staterooms, there will be 1,256 staterooms on the Disney Treasure. 90% of staterooms will be outside rooms. That's 1,133 rooms will be outside rooms. 948 will have verandas, while 185 are just ocean view. There will be 123 inside staterooms. Most staterooms will feature the split bath concept, and 451 will offer connecting rooms between staterooms. Standard staterooms will feature artwork from Aladdin, Encanto, Up, and Pocahontas. They will strike an inviting balance between modern design and nostalgic charm, with a fresh natural color scheme and custom artwork that will entice guests to peer beyond their staterooms into fantastical worlds from heartwarming Disney adventures. Ooh la la. Concierge suites will have designs inspired by the majestic grasslands Simba calls home in Walt Disney Animation Studios' The Lion King. There will be 4 royal suites, 2 Bagheera royal suites, and 2 Raja royal suites. The Disney Treasures Forward Funnel Suite will be the Epcot-inspired Tomorrow Tower Suite, specifically designed to evoke world discovery. The suite features dynamic art pieces, molten metal accents, and futuristic, colorful glass accents. It will be able to sleep 8 guests. If you can sleep while you're staying in such accommodations, that is. So then next we have entertainment and Aquamouse. Disney Treasure will have an all-new, yet-to-be-announced Broadway-style stage production in the Walt Disney Theater, alongside Disney Cruise Line's pre-existing Beauty and the Beast and Disney Sea's The Adventure shows. On the upper decks, one night of each sailing, guests can enjoy music and fireworks during the Pirate Rockin' Parlay Party. Disney Treasure will also have its own version of the Aquamouse, introduced on the Disney Wish as the first attraction at sea. It will feature an all-new story, Curse of the Golden Egg, following Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse on a zany misadventure into an ancient temple for a glimpse of the legendary treasure within. The Aquamouse on the Disney Wish has 2 stories, so one may return for the treasure too. Instead of Luna, the treasure's central hub, this thing skipped down. I already read that. Instead of Luna, the treasure's central hub for daily activities and evening adult entertainment will be the Lion King-inspired Sarabi. Hey Jennifer, how are you? Welcome in. I'm reading about the new Disney Treasure, as you can see on the screen there. Big ship, lots of fun, costs a lot of money. I'm gonna need to win the lottery a couple times and maybe, I don't know. As far as kids clubs, the Disney's Oceaneer Club on the Treasure will include the same rooms as the Wish, the Marvel Superhero Academy, Fairy Tale Hall, Walt Disney Imagineering Lab, Star Wars Cargo Bay, and Mickey and Minnie Captain's Deck. The Oceaneer Club is for children ages 3 to 12. Disney Treasure will also see the return of teen clubs Edge and Vibe, and the It's a Small World nursery. And then that concludes the article. So the Disney treasure, there's a lot there. Looks like a lot of fun. I didn't see in this article like exactly how long cruises would last. At least a few nights. Maybe that was in a different article, or maybe I missed it. Anyway, voyages are setting sail. The maiden voyage will be December the 21st of 2024. So it looks like a lot of fun. I'd like to go on a Disney cruise. It costs a lot of money. I know. I kind of like if they had an option to like board the ship while it's, docked and like take a tour, to kind of see some of, the features. That may not be a thing they might want to do because, it might get in the way of them preparing for the actual cruise, but it would be nice if, they would consider doing that. Yes, an agent tour, that would be awesome. Yeah. So let me see. Let me come back here to the to my pictures. So this weekend, we had the Destination D23 event, as I was saying it towards the beginning, and Destination D23. I do have other pictures as I read through this article, and I am going to reference again. I'm referencing the article I just read and this article. These are WDW News Today. And so, excuse me, I am not in chat right now. I'm going to read through the article and I'm going to interject a few thoughts on each update. Actually, I'll read the article and then I'll go back and interject my opinions, of which I have some. Okay, so the title of this article is from yesterday, September 9th, and it is titled, Every Disney Parks Announcement from Destination D23 in 2023. And it proceeds as, on Saturday, Chairman Josh D'Amaro hosted a morning full of exciting Disney Parks announcements and sneak peeks during the Destination D23 event at Walt Disney World. We covered all the news, meaning Walt Disney World News Today, in individual articles. But if you're looking for the short version, please, this post will guide you through the information and highlights. All articles, the in-depth articles, are linked for more in-depth information. So if anyone has any specific questions on anything I'm reading, I will check back with the comments for your questions. First off, we had a D23 announcement. Disney announced the dates for D23 2024 will take place on August 9th, 10th, and 11th in Anaheim, California. And as the official Disney D23 account wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter, no longer just an expo, but a Disney fan event like no other, with some panels shifting to the Honda Center. So it sounds like they're changing some things up for the D23. Next, we have the Disney Parks decade-long expansion project. I've got a comment on that later. Chairman of Disney Parks Experiences and Products, Josh D'Amaro, promised more shows, lands, and characters coming to Disney parks around the world. He noted the parks will be expanding for the next decade and beyond. Walt Disney World announcements. So, as teased at D23 Expo 2022, Imagineers spoke about looking to tell stories beyond Big Thunder Mountain, with many new offerings being considered, like attractions, restaurants, shows, and more, in the biggest expansion in Magic Kingdom history. And that's about all we heard from them about that. They really didn't give any, specific details at all. And here, Matthew Kuchar, welcome in. Club Penguin, I don't remember Club Penguin, but welcome in. Great to have you here. And let me come back to the slideshow. So anyway, also a new Pirates of the Caribbean Tavern is being developed for Magic Kingdom, featuring the return of Peg Leg Pete, also known as the Barker Bird, who was once stationed outside the attraction. And there weren't a lot of details saying where this would go. It would likely be, since it's Pirates of the Caribbean, a couple of videos I watched mentioned that it might this might involve a retheme of the Tortuga Tavern, which is across the way from the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in the Magic Kingdom, but we didn't get any details. So a lot of this stuff, they're still very much in the talking about it phase. They're just really still talking about things, and it's all very still the blue sky concept on a lot of this that I'm really talking about. Next we have, in 2024, a reimagining of the classic Country Bear Jamboree will open at Magic Kingdom. The new show will be called Country Bear Musical Jamboree and feature Disney songs. Liver Lips McGraw appears to be renamed and reimagined for the new show. I'll comment on that in a minute. The Hatbox Ghost will finally materialize at the Haunted Mansion in Magic Kingdom in late November. I'll comment on that in a moment also. I will comment on that in a moment. Let me come back to chat here, make sure I've got a... So Dave, you're talking about the pirate tavern or bar. That seems like the most logical place because that's right there in Adventureland. But again, they didn't really announce details. So like we need details, Disney, details. Well, that's what we're doing here. Okay, come back here. All right. So we're going to move over to Epcot. The Journey of Water, inspired by Moana walkthrough attraction at Epcot, will have its grand opening on October 16th, 2023. Very excited. I'm looking forward to experiencing that attraction in a little more than a month. Guests will be able, here we go, guests will be able to meet Moana near Journey of Water starting October 16th, 2023. Let's just be honest, if they didn't do a Moana meet and greet near or in or around this attraction, I really would have been disappointed. but I will continue that line of thought. Speaking of meet and greets, and this is one really super exciting piece of news that came out of this event was everybody's favorite purple dragon will start meeting with guests in the Imagination Pavilion at Epcot beginning on September the 10th, which is today. And I saw some things on Instagram, several accounts showing and actually saying that the meet and greet lines for Figment today um, went to like 4 or 5 hours, and they actually Disney actually or Epcot they actually shut off the line. They closed it, early because there was just um, waiting for Figment, which I think this is a great new meet and greet that they've brought to the park and to the pavilion. So next we've got Test Track is set to be reimagined at Epcot and will take inspiration from the World of Motion, which it replaced back in the 90s. This was, I'll comment on this in a moment. I'll come back to that. Next we have the World Celebration at Epcot will open to all guests this December. The project is part of a larger Epcot reimagining that has been ongoing for several years. Yes, we know. Just finish it, please, Disney. Take down the walls. Come on. It's only, okay, I'll talk about this in a moment because I'm going to get on a rant. Where's... Okay. 1 second, guys. I seem to have misplaced one image. Oh, I forgot to. Okay. Next, we've got the new nighttime spectacular for Epcot at Walt Disney World Resort has been announced. It will be Luminous, the Symphony of Us. It will debut on December 5th of 2023. Now we got to come back here. Okay, I thought I had all that in order. Well. Soarin' over California will return temporarily to Epcot this month. Let me click on this. I've got the full article over here. So here, during, so it was announced that Soarin' would be getting a throwback to celebrate the Disney 100. So the Soarin' over California will be coming to Epcot temporarily as a temporary celebration of the Disney 100 instead of the Soarin' Around the World. And that's all we got for Epcot. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay, now we're going to move over to Disney's. Let me come back to the comments, see what people are saying. Jennifer is excited to see this maybe tomorrow. Oh, you mean the Moana attraction? Amy says Figment is a nice meet and greet. I'm sure it will be when you don't have to wait for 5 hours. Tina McNeil is an old lady. Dawn says most of what Josh presented, are blue sky projects, meaning they're still in the idea stage. That's all these are. These are just great magical ideas. And I hope that we get something really quickly. Okay, so we're back to Animal Kingdom. Okay, so Animal Kingdom. So back last year at the D23 event, they originally teased some blue sky art that the Dinoland USA would be rethemed to be a Moana and Zootopia themed area. Now we have some new visions for Animal Kingdom. A Zootopia 3D show is in the works for the Tree of Life at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Disney announced at Destination D23 that the show will replace It's Tough to Be a Bug. Oops. And I'm going to go back and kind of do more in depth, kind of just summarize in some brief statements what I think about all these pieces. And it won't really matter if these aren't in order at that point. Blue Sky announced their project to reimagine Dinoland USA. So what are they doing now? Into a tropical American-themed land. This land will feature stories from the Encanto and Indiana Jones franchises. Tropical America meaning Central America and like northern South America is what I understand it to be. This is going back. Oh, actually, it's not. That's actually not in order. No, that is in order. So Josh Tomorrow showed off the first look of the Lewis animatronic that will be present for the upcoming attraction Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Disneyland Park in Magic Kingdom. So that's a sneak peek of an animatronic. Josh Tomorrow also announced that Asha from Disney's new film Wish will be arriving at Disneyland, Epcot, and Disneyland Paris for meet and greets. Okay, there's Luminous again. Star Tours in 2024, Ahsoka Tano will appear in new Star Tours adventures at Disneyland Hollywood Studios and Disneyland Paris. And this is the only piece and only announcement that really affects Hollywood Studios. And in case you've been following news along, I did tweak the graphic here and I added Ahsoka to this graphic. So the original graphic you see does not have Ahsoka. I really think Disney missed on their, whoever does their graphics. They could have really put Ahsoka in there. Just saying. There also was an announcement for Disney California Adventure Park. There was a first look at the world jumping vehicle that will be used in the new Adventures Campus attraction at Disney California Adventure. I'm going to skip the news that out of Disneyland Paris and Hong Kong Disneyland, but there were some previews and peeks at some of the developments going on with those parks. Disney Cruise Line. Disney has announced that the newly developed Lighthouse Point location will be called Disney's or Disney Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. So that's a some concept art for that location. And the newest and 7th Disney ship joining the fleet will be named Disney Adventure. So that's going to be a couple of years away. You know, I was just talking about the Treasure, who hasn't even set sail yet. So they're already making their 7th ship even after the Treasure. And I don't know if I have got, before I go back and let me go ahead and show this because this is important. Tomorrow, of course, is the 11th of September 11th, and I thought it was important to go ahead and talk about this. And I will go back to the Disney updates, but this, of course, being the anniversary of such a tragic, momentous, or a tragic moment in the country and in our history. We, of course, want to take time to remember, remember those who died, those who served and continue to serve, and those who carry on, as the graphic says, in honor and remembrance of those who died, those who served, and those who carry on. And as a lot of September 11th graphics will say, never forget and never, always, to remember the, what happened. Very tragic. So let me come back to you. Coming back to you. Trying to figure out. It's my first live stream, guys. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. All right, so here we go. So let me come back and talk about. Let me see if I can remember. Yes, Dawn. Ahsoka really should have been included on that promo. So that's why I did that. And okay, so Jennifer, you're talking about Figment. Okay. I'm not really into meet and greets. Generally speaking, it's not something that's really at the top of my list always, but I wouldn't mind a Figment meet and greet. The other character I think I wouldn't mind going to get in a meet and greet line would be Olaf. So like Figment, Olaf, maybe Mickey also, but generally, I would, yeah, it's okay. So let me go back. Maybe I should turn the slides on again. Why don't I do that? I'm going to go ahead and turn the slides back on and go over some thoughts. So again, I'm going to be I'm going to be I guess I have to reshare the screen. Okay. Way to go. Oh, you know what? I am not going to do that. Actually, no. Let me highlight this really first. Happy birthday, Mary. Hope you have a great birthday. In 6 days. So much fun. So much fun indeed. And let me come back to the slideshow. Photos, here we go. Now I gotta go click these buttons again. Clicky, clickety, click, click. Click, okay. Share the screen. Share the screen. Chrome tab. Photo, share, yes, share. Always sharing is caring. Add to stage. That's new. It used to be screen. Okay. All right. So the Disney Treasure, new ship, great new offerings. I will not be able to afford to go on there, but yay for those who can. Destination D23. let's get into it. Josh Damaro, nice smile, nice hair. Beyond Big Thunder Mountain. So I actually watched this video. I actually watched this segment of the event, and they actually did not say anything really specific about Big Thunder Mountain. They really just had a few, phrases about it, reiterating though that they were going to be, I think what they said, they are going full throttle, I think is what they said, on the, developing and exploring and dreaming and whatever they said about Magic Kingdom. So they still didn't say anything about Beyond Big Thunder Mountain, but they did mention it just in passing. So I guess they're still thinking about Magic Kingdom and Beyond Big Thunder Mountain. So the pirate thing, this was something I hadn't heard of. I guess it sounds fun if they, do a retheme or, some tweaks to the, the tavern over there. I guess that's, it sounds fun, if they, do a Pirates of the Caribbean, eating place. So not a whole lot to say. Okay, Country Bear Musical Jamboree. I know this is gonna. I've seen a lot of like mixed feelings on this, and I've got. It's hard when Disney redoes attractions. It's even maddening sometimes, talking specifically about the Splash Mountain retheme. So Country Bear Musical Jamboree, they are getting rid of a classic attraction, but I'm personally not that upset about it. And the reason why I'm not is because a couple of quotes from Walt Disney himself indicating that his parks, Disneyland in particular, would they would always be moving forward and dreaming new things and everything. The problem I have though with behind this is, as I've understood, is that some of the issues that some of the reasons behind changing this show is some of the same spirit of issues, if you can get my drift, that people had with Splash Mountain. Some of the messages and the language of songs, which is really kind of wackadoodle really. But so some of their reasoning behind this, it could be better. But the other thing that I heard on a video, it was pointed out, is that in the process of changing out this show, they are going to be able to update the animatronics to a more modern and a better, it'll update the animatronics to working better, to newer kind of electronics, newer iteration of these. So, and it's kind of the same thing over on Splash Mountain. They are, like the next generation or whatever you want to call them, hydraulics, I think it was, a kind of animatronic. And so, from the mechanical aspect. As you know, we go into the future, they're going to be able to do updates or refurbs or whatever to the show. So, I mean, in that respect, it's a good thing. But and the music. Oh, hey, Jonathan, how are you? So he's saying the music lyrics doesn't fit with younger audiences nor Disney IPs in general. Yeah. So yeah, I guess it's moving away. I guess it's trying to um, echo a changing society. I don't know if that made any sense, but I mean, I think we all kind of know where I'm getting at with that. So um, I think it'll be fun, is my understanding. They're going to be singing like Country Bear covers of Disney songs, is my understanding of what the show is going to be. But at least they are not getting rid of the Country Bears. Haunted Mansion or Changing of the Guard, that's right. So I'm kind of going in between the comments and the picture. So Haunted Hatbox Ghost, Disney. Okay, so they're finally gonna have the Hatbox Ghost this calendar year in November. It's gonna miss Halloween and the fall season, spooky season, but they're gonna finally have the Hatbox Ghost. So I'm a little disappointed in Disney on this. That they couldn't have the Hatbox Ghost in time for the Halloween season, but I'm glad that they are finally, as Don is saying, yeah, they should have had, he should have materialized by now. Period. End of discussion. Okay, so the Moana attraction, Journey of Water. I'm excited to see this. I share the sentiment that this attraction doesn't really go in Epcot, but the presentation, I think, kind of there's a conservation-ish kind of a environmental type message, kind of an education that kind of trying to bring in some of that edutainment to the attraction, but it's still like Disney IP coming into the park. So as long as they've done it, I think it's beautiful. I think the area looks beautiful. I'm going to have a look at it tomorrow, actually. I'll talk about that later, but not in the attraction, but just, the part that you can see from the outside walkways. But I'm excited to try this. And so Tina says, I'm sorry. All I'm going to say here is that I'm not satisfied with, at least they're not getting rid of the Country Bears. And it makes no sense to have them singing Disney IP. Well, I mean, I generally would agree with that, but it's, I think, but yeah, the songs are iconic, and yeah, it's just yeah, but yeah, the Moana attraction, this way of water, whatever it is, I'm looking forward to seeing that. And Moana meet and greet, as I commented earlier, it just makes sense. Great. They're putting a Moana themed attraction. Moana meet and greet just kind of seems, natural. The young ladies and maybe some young men will appreciate that. Figment meet and greet, slam dunk. They really should have done this a while ago. I liked the Figment costume. If you watched from they actually brought Figment out towards the end of the parks presentation, and they had the cast choir sing a little spark of the one little spark song, and Figment was out there. I like the costume. It's a good design. Looks good. So this is a thumbs up for Disney. Now, Disney, let's look at doing a respectable upgrade to the attraction. Yes, Jonathan, I was saying that earlier. Figment had a 5-hour waiting time, and they actually closed it. They closed the line, the waiting. They just closed it. All right, so Test Track. This is one that kind of came out of nowhere, to be honest, which is a sentiment that I've heard. I think I've said on here, maybe 2 people, that I don't do fast attractions, so Test Track has not been on my list. That whole side of, what was Future World, those 3 rides, Guardians, Mission Space, and Test Track, I have generally, I just walk past. I think I've walked over there to look at the theming around Guardians, to look in the gift shop. Mission Space, yeah. I'd still kind of like to visit Space 220, to be honest. But it's not like huge on the bucket list. And then Test Track, again, it's just fast. I don't do fast. I'm at Disney to relax, and fast does not relax. So anyway, Test Track is going to be they're updating. They're giving Test Track a redo, and they're going to be looking to the original attraction that was in this spot before Test Track even came, World of Motion. They're going to be it's going to be a Test Track 3.0, and for being a ride that I'm probably not, if it's still a fast attraction, I will probably not be riding this. But I appreciate that they are looking at the original attraction while keeping it Test Track. I look forward to seeing what they come up with, hopefully through what they come up with, because it's just appropriate from time to time to update a ride. And yes, so Tina says Chevrolet's contract was about to expire, and historically every time they sign a new contract, they've updated it. The thing that I heard on this, and it seems interesting, that while Disney has seemed to kind of not be putting money into doing things in their parks, this project is sponsored. This pavilion is sponsored by Chevrolet or General Motors anyway, and not Disney. So it's not Disney putting up the funding for this. And so while it still will be, at Disney, of course, it's not Disney, putting up the bucks for this. But nonetheless, I think this is a positive update. Okay, so we all know, if you don't know, the front side of the front half of Epcot has been affectionately known as Walcott for the last probably half a decade. And they had a whole grandiose, transformation about 5 years, when they first started this whole thing. That was like 2019, 2018 timeframe. And they, that all has changed to more like what you see here. There's basically planters and trees. Maybe a fountain in there somewhere. But I think it looks like they're going to have some lights or something on in the ground. Please have some cool lights in the ground, as long as that's all that's the space going to be. But they're finally saying that this area is going to open in whatever the article said, by the end of the year, December, I think is what they said. um, yeah, Jonathan. I mean, I think, all the jokes around how long Tron was taking. I was chatting with, was it Dawn the other night? And we were thinking about it, and it's likely they've been working on this longer than, or as long as they were working on Tron. And as sad as it is that Tron was a copy, a clone from another ride, and they took so long to build that, this space, it's trees and planters. And I mean, this whole space, of course, it did involve the Moana attraction. It involves a like a exhibit center, a concert area. I think there's a meet and greet section, and of course, the middle part did include where Connections is, Creations, and that area was the middle part, but it's just dragging on, and they just, please, please. Um, yes, Amy, the Walt statue, it's not in this image, but it's I think the Walt statue is going to be going. I don't have it. It's probably. I think the statue is supposed to be maybe up where. I guess I'd have to get another image, but yeah, this doesn't really show where the statue is going to be. I'm not sure where this planter is. I think this looks like it's right in the middle of that area, but the Walt statue is supposed to be in that section. Yeah. What next? What next can I rip apart from Disney? Okay, Soarin'. I mean, I think it's a nice gesture that they're bringing Soarin' over California to Epcot for a short period. I'm glad it's temporary. It would not need to be permanent. Just my opinion. Again, this is a ride that I don't go on because it's to me, I can't do the motion aspect of it. I have been on it once, and it was quite enjoyable. I was uncomfortable at the beginning, very uncomfortable at the beginning when you start. I think just because I had to get used to, the motion thing. But anyway, I'm it. Yeah. Okay, Animal Kingdom. So there's a lot of apparently someone thinks that Zootopia fits in Animal Kingdom. I guess it's animals. So go ahead. Um, Again, they're replacing the Tough to Be a Bug show that's underneath the Tree of Life. And that show's been there since the creation of the park. So generally I'd be of the opinion that it's probably time to do something other than A Bug's Life, just as a to kind of refresh the whole feeling of the park. I'm not 100% sure I'm on board with Zootopia, but depending on what the message of the and theming of the particular show is, um, then I guess I'm cautiously optimistic. I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so over to Dinoland USA. Again, this is still blue sky. This is still just as blue sky as the last idea they had. But as far as the part of the world that they want to represent in this area, I am all on board on that. I'm not sure about the particular IPs though, as Encanto's in particular. The Indiana Jones is cool, and it's not on this graphic. The outside facade of Indiana Jones, as they depicted it, it looked kind of like an abandoned temple kind of a deal on the outside. And so that attraction would be a rethemed dinosaur. So the dinosaur will be everything dinosaur in here is would go extinct, if you will. So and this totally works. Everyone's aware, hopefully, that the Disneyland Indiana Jones is the exact same ride system as the dinosaur has been. And so retheming this to Indiana Jones is kind of an option. I think that's been mentioned here and there. Um, and Don says, pretty much okay with this change since they're going with IP and Animal Kingdom regardless, which is not how the park was designed originally. Joe Rody wanted Animal Kingdom to be real exactly. Yeah, they're putting some IPs in here, and it'll be interesting. I forget which video it was, the one angle that might be able to tie this into Animal King, the Encanto story or characters into Animal Kingdom would be whatever attraction they put for Encanto. It would be around the little boy, I forget his name, Mirabelle's little brother, I think it is. His magical power had something to do with animals. And so that might be some kind of a tie-in to conservation, caring for the animals. That was the angle. I forget which video I watched. Tina says, Encanto should be in Epcot and Moana should be in Animal Kingdom. And does anyone else feel like they're just dealing attractions to the parks like a card game? So I kind of agree with that. To be honest, Oh, that was her nephew. Okay. So back to Tina's comment. Yeah, it might have been Mickey Views. I watched Mickey Views and DSNY newscasts videos on this. And Antonio, okay. So that was the kind of the tie-in that they might be able to do some kind of storyline with here. But back to Tina's comment, I do feel like they are, obviously the Moana attraction going into Epcot didn't really fit. I don't think that kind of attraction would fit even if it wasn't Moana. But yeah, I feel like Moana might have fit if they were doing the Polynesian islands kind of a theming over in this area. I'm not sure that Zootopia, like before, they were going to have a Zootopia pairing with a Moana. I'm not sure that pairing would have worked. But again, that the section of the world that they would want to represent, along with they've got Africa, they've got Asia. And so theming for a different part of the world here. I'm not sure Encanto fits in any park except for Magic Kingdom. That's just me. I know that the whole Beyond Big Thunder Mountain, the original artwork that was presented last year, that expansion included an Encanto section, but I don't see Encanto really putting in Encanto anywhere unless they add a new country into the World Showcase, which is another thing Disney need to look at because Epcot's what, 40 plus, and it's time to, make some changes. Exactly. Yeah, they don't have any South American countries in Epcot, which is what I was kind of just saying. They need to add a country, but if they don't do that, I really only see Encanto in Magic Kingdom. Animatronic for Lewis. Okay, great. I don't have much to say about that. I hope the attraction is great. Okay. I don't know how anyone else feels about this new movie coming out. I am all for it. Here's why. It's an original story. It's not a remake, live action remake. And it's not a sequel. It's an original film. And it's got a new character, cute little pet there. I think that's a goat. I'm looking forward to it. I might even watch it in the theater. Did I just say that? So I'm looking forward to this. I have hopes. I'm optimistic that this will be a good film, as long as they don't have some of the stuff. I'll just say that they've put in some of their more modern things. Okay, we're back to Luminous. Okay, Luminous. We all know that Harmonious was not the best show. I enjoyed the soundtrack. I enjoyed the show itself during the show, but we all know what an eyesore those oil rigs were out in the middle of the puddle. And so they finally went away and they're redoing the show, the Luminous, the Symphony of Us. I'm optimistic about this show. I feel like I get the feeling like it's going to be harmonious without the barges, maybe combined with the spirit of Illuminations and or Epcot Forever. But that's basically what I feel about it. I am cautiously optimistic. They are putting some other structures in the middle of the World Showcase, but um, they are not going to be anywhere near as big, big mungus, huge mungus, big as, awful as, the Stargate tacos things. So luminous. And who did I text that to? I haven't really heard the word luminous a lot in my life. The only place I can, off the top of my head, remember hearing luminous is Yoda in the Empire Strikes Back telling Luke that, luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. Other than that, I have not heard the word luminous like almost ever. But Dawn says, talking about Wish, I so hope this is a film I can take my grandchildren to without worrying about the content, not taking them to the last few Disney movies. We did go see Super Mario Brothers, though. I want to see that when it streams. That Super Mario Brothers movie. Again, and Tina says, yes, no more tacos. We just hope it's equally enjoyable from 360 degrees around the World Showcase. Yes, that was one issue with Harmonious, is it did not look as good from, and I never viewed it from the sides. I viewed it from the backside of the from like the American Adventure side, and I never watched it from the more of the front. Of course, I saw many videos, but of the show from both sides of the lagoon. But yes, I hope that Luminous will be able to be seen from all the way around. And I hopefully Disney listened to people commenting about that. So maybe like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic. Okay, Ahsoka updating Star Tours. Ahsoka's coming to Star Tours. Great update. They have the new show. She's become a favorite character. So her being featured in the adventures in Star Tours, definite good thing. Again, that's another ride I don't do because of the motion thing. I rode it years ago, and I think that would have been like the original storyline. I don't remember which droid was on there. Anyway, but I think I had my eyes closed most of the time because of the, I don't do well on the motion. But again, Disney made the graphic without Ahsoka. They just, The ball was literally glued to the bat and they still missed. Castaway key or the lookout key. Um, I don't have a lot to say about this. It's connected to the cruise line, which costs so much money. So, it looks fun. Um, it looks fun. Disney Adventure. I mean, they're not even, it seems a little super ambitious for the cruise line. Because, the treasure is not even sailing. So they're already looking at their seventh ship. But again, I guess it's good to plan. It's always good to have a plan, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? All right, now I'm going to come back here. Oh, I guess I stopped sharing already. Okay. Let me see what I agree with and disagree with in the chat. Fingers crossed for Luminous. Exactly. I'm not sure what I'm being LOL'd at from Tina. I think Dave said Illuminations was good. Illuminations was a good show. It had its run and it needed to be changed. But the particular changes that came were not necessarily the best. Epcot Forever was good in its original iteration with the kites and everything. Those did not come back with when it came back after Harmonious, and I got a chance to see Epcot Forever about a month ago, and I saw it live, and oh, okay, that line, Tina. Okay, um, yeah. That seems to be the mantra of Disney nowadays. If anyone wants to quote me on that, feel free to. I will not charge commission, but Illuminations. I feel like Illuminations. I saw it. I enjoyed it, but again, it was needed to be changed. Epcot Forever was good. It was a good show with the kites. There were parts in the show when I saw it that it was really just music and it really needed some fireworks or effects or something. So there was clearly, elements that they taken out. And so hopefully they do launch or debut the new Luminous show. Yes, Don said perhaps Disney heard the complaints regarding Harmonious and will adjust Luminous accordingly. I hope so. I hope it's as great as was Illuminations. Couple of comments I've heard from people is just speculation that Luminous is basically going to be the soundtrack for Luminous is going to be really similar to Harmonious. I don't know for sure. I know as much as anyone else knows, but regarding you know the presentation of the show, I do think it's going to be. I hopefully think it's going to be like you can see it from anywhere. Tacos are good. Tacos are good. Don said, and meanwhile, Epic Universe is coming. So here's, let me just wrap up some of these things. Um, yes, Amy, I have heard that drones will be a part of this show. Very curious and hopeful that they do that, because that's technology that's been in, um, place. And Don's comment here about hating to see them totally replace the fireworks. I'm hoping, that they can use both somehow. Maybe the drones are featured in like the first half of the show, and then they go down or away or wherever drones go when they're taking a break. And then they just, then they bring out some fireworks, some lasers, and whatever. So, like Don said earlier, hopefully Disney have listened to people with, harmonious, and that was a learning experience for them, a kind of expensive learning experience, but this happens. But back to the whole, my little line there, the ball being glued to the bat and still missing, and combined with Don's observation that Epic Universe is coming. Universal's building a whole brand stinking new park a few miles up the road from Disney. Disney is still thinking about expanding one of their parks, and they are finishing upgrades that are probably 2 years behind schedule. Talking about you, Epcot. Tron just opened this spring. That should have, that was behind schedule. From what I've heard, there's just a lot of disorganization and dysfunction in the upper levels of the company, and they're playing. And there was a line during the presentation that rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know if anyone else watched the parks segment, but they were like joking around, kind of, doing their presentation, and I forget who said it, but they used a line like, okay, we're just playing with you. And I thought, yes, you are. We're waiting for some magic, and y'all are playing with us. So that's all I'm going to say. So they're really, these are all concepts. These are all things that, the Hatbox Ghost is one animatronic, and it's taking, this is a clone also. They've got Hatbox Ghost in Disneyland, and he's still not here. It's where they already started, Disney World started their Halloween parties already. Well, I'm glad you're here too, Mary, and your cats. And welcome. It's so great to, streaming would not be, there would be no sense for me to go live and do this if I didn't think there would be at least a couple people that watch. So thank you everyone for watching. Definitely, I appreciate you, Mary, and everyone else being here. But anyway, I could really go on and on about this, and I know, us Disney lovers like to complain, but I think it is because we are Disney lovers and we're seeing a company and a product being mishandled. And Mr. Disney, I think he would be impressed with a few things that Disney has done since his departure, but I think he would be very displeased with, you know, the things that are going on within the company as far as the leadership. Um, so, yes, we will continue to critique and bitch and moan. Yes, I use that word, and until they start doing something right. Oh, thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. Base Mountain Dave, check out Dave's channel. By the way, I'm going to start to wrap up this stream, but Space Mountain Dave and the Hitchhiking Bones are just a couple of channels that I have featured on my front page of my channel. I used to have a Friends of the Turkey Legster section where I featured several different channels, and I put that back in there this week. I've got, I think, 15 channels that I have on the homepage of my YouTube channel. Space Mountain Dave, you are there. Hitchhiking Bones, you are there. Jennifer Caruso, I believe, is there. That was in the chat earlier. I'm not sure if she's still here. Amy, AGC Magic, I believe, is there. Hold on. Dory is one of my spirit animals, and I have Dory moments quite often. Oh, look, I'm live. It says I'm live. Wow. I'll have to watch the replay. I'm busy right now. Anyway, where's my channel? Here, it's homepage. Friends of the Turkey Legster. So I've got the Hitchhiking Bones, Space Mountain Dave Cantrell, Disnoa's Adventures, Brian's West Coast Disney Adventure, Movie Mania Nick, Mike Wheeler, Tennessee Bear, What in the World with Russ, AJC Magic TV, and Surfer Girl 326. That's in the first section. My limit was 10 channels, and so I went into the second section. I've got 5 more channels here. The Mickey Bunch. That's Miss Kelly. Love her. Great channel. Great stuff. Jennifer Caruso. Bloom and Cheesa. T. Marie's Place. And Wonderful World of Walter. All those channels I have kind of connected with in such a way that I feel like I want to recommend that people go watch them. And so, yeah, go check them out if you don't already. I know everyone in here follows so many people, and you probably already do. So that's there. So yeah, I should probably go ahead and wrap up the stream. As I alluded to, I'm heading to Epcot tomorrow. I mentioned it earlier. Heading down to Epcot tomorrow. Epcot is having their Garden Rocks concert series as part of their Food and Wine Festival. They are featuring Christian artist Toby Mac tomorrow. And actually, I think Toby Mac performed tonight also, but he's going to be there tomorrow night. And so I'm heading down there to watch at least a couple of his concert sets. They usually have 3 sets for the concerts, and so I'm heading down there. I'll be going down there in the probably the early afternoon, and just to avoid some of the hotter part of the day. Um, I will be getting my turkey leg in the American Adventure, in case there was any doubt that I would do that. I may also grab a couple side dishes from the Regal Eagle. There's a couple of their side dishes that have intrigued me on vlogs. Like I think they've got a mac and cheese and onion rings that have just sounded delicious. So I'm probably have the turkey leg earlier and then get some other things to eat. So that's tomorrow. Yeah, I'm planning to try to get to record one of the Toby Mac sets and then maybe get a couple of shorts from another set that you will see on the channel. I will not be live streaming out there, but you might see an Instagram live at some point. So watch Instagram during the afternoon. I'm not guarantee anything, but there might be something, at least a few minutes. Next Monday, yes, I will be going back to Disney. I'll be going back. And Dawn is making a magical weekend journey to Orlando, and I will be going to hang out with Dawn and some other friends. By the way, tomorrow I'm going to be with Mike Wheeler and Russ of What in the World with Russ. Not sure if there'll be any streams on those channels, but so probably shouldn't have said anything, but yeah, I can't promise any live streams from them. Actually, I think I saw that Resort TV 1 is going to be, they had a thumbnail up with Toby Mac. So I think if you want to watch Toby Mac, tune into Resort TV 1, but I will not be live doing any of the concerts live. But look for some videos to come up later. So yeah, so anyway, next Monday, I will also be heading down to Disney. Again, I'm not sure what we're going to get into, but we are planning to have a little turkey leg, a little drumstick powwow, if you will. So I will be looking forward to that next Monday. So 2 Mondays in a row where I will be in Disney. So Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming. I've got a little garden flag in the front of the house. And I ordered a Christmas Peanuts flag. I can't wait to put this up in front of the house. Last year, I did a Peanuts Christmas countdown, or countdown to Christmas. That's on the channel. This year, I will be doing a Disney countdown to Christmas. I will be going live every day, December 1st through the 25th. Most days. Some days might be a pre-recorded video if I've got things going on. But before that, coming up in a couple of weeks, October, back to the Peanuts. We're doing I'm doing a Peanuts countdown to Halloween. Countdown to Halloween with a story a day. And this is going to be, I'll be going live each morning at 9 a.m. Where's my banners? Actually, Dawn put a chat in the chat above, didn't she? Yes, okay. I'll be doing a Peanuts Countdown to Halloween live stream October 1st through 31st at 9 a.m. Eastern Time daily. And again, I'll probably be planning to just pre-record probably the Sundays during October, except for October 1st, which is a Sunday. But just to give myself a little reprieve. Oh, and Don repeated it. Thank you. Also, for anyone, but the mods also, I set up my a Linktree link, and it's in the description of the videos that I've been doing the last few weeks. But the Linktree is, I've got I've got a link to my YouTube channel. So if you're not already watching the YouTube channel, you can click that and come on back. But there's other links on there. There's to my Instagram, to like my latest videos, try to put on there. I've got a few different things. So it's just a great vehicle for sharing, easy for sharing like all my links, connecting with me. My Facebook group, which honestly is kind of a dead organism at the moment because I'm not doing a lot over there. I'd like to, but that's on there if you'd like to go join. You will be welcomed with open arms. And yeah, I'd like to do something more on Facebook. So any of you guys watching on here that are on Facebook, there's the link tree, and it's in the description, the video. You follow me on, if you follow me on Instagram, it's in my bio. The link tree is in my bio also. So anyway, the Turkey Legster Hub on Facebook is the group. I want to kind of do something on there, kind of get some friends in there, and maybe do something on there, maybe a private stream, private chat, video chat, you know, something. I'm not sure, but I only have a handful of friends on there right now. So it's a little, anyway, you're invited. Come join the party when we do something. Well, it's almost midnight and I'm already home, but I'm going to get off the here so I don't turn into a pumpkin. But also looking forward to a day at Epcot tomorrow. Going to be heading down there, you know, at some point in the midday, maybe nothing super early. But thank you everyone for watching, for listening to my comments on Disney and the updates, such as they are. Please smash. Oh, thank you, Amy. I really meant to highlight this, but thank you, Amy. Yes, thank you. Please smash the like button. Appreciate it. If you're watching on the replay, smash the like button, but then leave me a comment and let me know. I'll be back next Sunday for Drumsticks After Dark. I have no idea what I'm talking about that day. I may reach out to someone to be a guest. I don't know. What else? Oh, Thursday, not drumsticks after Once Upon a Turkey Leg. Come by at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday for a story. I'm really not sure what I'm reading. So you'll have to come and we'll find out together. So until I am live again, Have a gobbletastic day. Take care and remember, you are the magic.